truly understand the emotions that are being opened in you and that you are feeling because they're so big and so strong. But have faith, give this process time to show you what is the meaning of this process. And we can tell you now that the meaning is you to understand, all of you, how connected we are, all of us, with each other. There is a web, and now you start feeling that web. Now you start feeling that you are part of that web. And if one connection on that web, one spot in that web is suffering, it affects everything in the web. Humanity is coming now to this understanding of the web. Well, before it was you and it was your family and it was your city, maybe. Through years, decades, that connection has been expanding, and now it's not just yourself and your family and your community and your country. Now we start seeing the world as one. We start feeling the connection with everything and everyone in the world. So again, we are in the process of the necessary chaos that bring us from one point to the next one. Is that period in between, that transition in between, when everything has to be well mixed in order to form the wanted result. And that wanted result is humanity understanding the inner connection, the love that exists between all of us, and start seeing us ourselves as one. To later start seeing the connection with beings that are not in physical form, and start understanding the connection with everything that exists throughout creation. But first we have to understand unity within ourselves. And it's happening now. What we would like to ask you to do is bring forth, expand that loving feeling. Appreciate what is being done right now. Participate in everywhere you can. Be a part of this transformation. Balance the pain and the suffering with the good that is coming out of all of this. So that way you can start tilting the scale, or moving the scale more to the light. At the beginning will be difficult, but it is important to focus on the transformation, on the light, to put the focus and the energy into all the good stuff that are happening. And of course, they're not easy to see at the beginning, because the pain and the suffering is so strong and it's really catching your attention. But look for the details. Look for all the amazing people that are open their houses to receive refugees, that are working in the world to send help. All the souls that are coming and saying, I'm present here and I'm going to do my best. Focus on that. Focus how people are connecting to help. And perhaps you can start seeing that really things are shifting and it's moving in the right direction. All right. And once you start focusing more on the light aspect of this situation, you're gonna be sending more light, and you're gonna be sending more strength, more brilliant energy, crystal light to that, and that's gonna accelerate the process of shifting. Did you have any question for us? We really wanted today to um, bring the idea of focusing on the amazing things that are happening as you go through this process. Do the healing for yourself, but also bring your energy to appreciate the new, because it's new, ways of handling chaos that humanity is experiencing. We would love to talk with you if you have questions, if you need guidance to go through this process, because that's what's going to make the difference, how humanity goes through this process. And it's going to make it easier and faster to go through the process if you start appreciating the light in this process. We're going to suggest that now comes the time to really scratch the bottom and understand what is still there that needs to be purified, cleansed. And the major challenge that you have now is honesty. Because when you find something about yourself and you know that could be improved, the first thing that you will do is to justify what you're doing it. And your mind, ego mind, is going to convince yourself that there is a reason for that to be there. It can be from fear or the need to be protected, or this is what has been working so far, and if I remove this, I don't know how life is going to be. I don't want to give a second chance. I don't want to put myself through the same thing again. So your mind is going to give you a lot of arguments. Your heart is ready to tell you or point out the things that needs to be released, that needs to be brought to surface and start doing the healing. But your mind will give you good arguments. We would like to ask you to be as honest as possible and really considering the possibility of working through those things, even if you feel that you are exposing yourself to pain again. Don't be afraid of the pain, because that brave move is what can help you liberate from the conditioning that behavior is giving you. You kind of figure your way out. You kind of figure your life out by keeping that behavior of that way of being, of that, or that way of doing things. But if your heart is telling you it's time to release, it's time to change, it's time to trust, it's time to be vulnerable again, it's time to open your heart again, consider that. Open yourself and expose yourself again. Believe in love again. And ask for assistance. Ask for the strength. Ask for the courage to walk that transformational process. That's what humanity is experiencing, but that is also what all of you individually must experience too. Take one thing at a time and really give yourself the opportunity to go through life in a different way. Maybe it did not work 30, 40, 50 years ago, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to work now. And you might be surprised. Why? Because you are not the same person that you were when those painful situations happen to you, you have other tools now. You have your spiritual connection now. You have your inner light activated. So perhaps now you can do things that you couldn't do before, but you are not giving yourself the chance to try it again because of the fear, because you don't want to go through the pain again. But that way of thinking is what is limiting you, because you are seeing everything through that pain instead of releasing the pain, removing the glasses and seeing things as they are now. Look how bright the horizon is. Once you remove that lens that you are wearing with that pain that was inflicted on you many, many years ago, but you are not that person anymore. So consider, focus on your own transformation. Be compassionate with yourself. Don't judge. Don't judge what happened before, and don't judge the person that you are now because of what happened to you before. Remove the judgment and give yourself the opportunity to transform through love. Expose yourself to love. Expose yourself to the light. You see that being open and loving will not hurt you, cannot hurt you anymore. That's how you also change and transform and prepare better, aligned better with the light that you must achieve to reach that point of ascension. Any questions?
Yes, I have one. Could you elaborate on the importance of sitting with the pain, as Rumi has described it being the cure for the pain is the pain itself? And so I'm wondering, how long does one sit with that pain? How do you know when it's the pain, let's say, has been released and it's gone? Is that the telltale sign that you don't have to do any more work, with this?
What we will suggest is not the expression of sitting with the pain, is the understanding of how the pain is conditioning your behavior. Figure how the pain is conditioning your behavior, and then with courage, change your behavior to the way that you know should be if the pain was not there. By doing that, you are opening the pain, you are exposing yourself to be hurt again. So you are having faith that this time you won't be hurt. So, but it's not focused on the pain, but it's focused on the behavior. If you do not like to invite people to your home because you made parties before, and every time a lot of people came to your home, they destroyed your home, you start avoiding inviting people to your home because you don't want your home to be destroyed. You love what you have, and you start thinking, if I get people in, they're gonna break my stuff, right? So what happened before, 2, 3 times, 5 times, 10 times before, created a conditioning that now you won't have parties in your home. And that is the rules that you go by. If you want to connect with friends, you go to a restaurant or somebody else's house. Why? Because if you invite people, they'll break your stuff. You know it. It happened and it will happen. That's how your ego functions. So once you start noticing that something in you want to have a party at home, but you say no. You answer back in your mind and say no because I'm gonna break my stuff. That is a limiting belief that was created because of the wound that was inflicted in you before. What we are asking you is to be brave and open your home, make a party, and invite people and see what happens. Don't allow the experiences that conditioned you before, the experiences that you went through before, condition the behavior that you are having now. You will notice that there are many times that you want to do something. You want to say, I love you. You want to hug someone. You want to get involved in something. And you say, oh no, because if I do this, this is what's going to happen. Because of previous experiencing. So what we are inviting you is to try to say, when you feel the need to say, I love you, say, I love you. If you want to give a hug, because that's the feeling that you're having in you, giving a hug. But before you gave hugs and the people that you have did not appreciate it and you felt broken because you gave but you didn't receive. And now you want to give a hug and you just stop yourself because it's like, if I hug, people are going to feel uncomfortable. They're not going to hug me back. It's going to be awkward. Well, if now you feel that you want to give a hug, go and give your hug. Give a hug. Challenge yourself to do those things that you were kind of closing up on those things just because you were not having the results that you were hoping for. So for us, it's not live in the pain, but notice how the pain is conditioning and be brave to release the conditioning and do the things that from your heart you want to do without thinking of the consequences because of previous experiences. Give yourself a second chance, a third chance, a fourth chance, as many changes as you need. Go for what you want. Go for what you want. Does that give you an explanation that resonates with you? Okay. So let's connect. Let's bring the light that is in us together. Let's understand that we are in the process. We are in it, in the middle of it. And everything is shaking. But we have now our ways to be centered within the chaos. There are storms outside and there are storms inside. But within all the storms, there is an aspect of us that now has strong roots and can navigate all the storms, the outer and the inner storms. We are developing a strength that doesn't come from muscles, it's coming from the light in our hearts. We are building a cocoon around us that is stronger than any chaos, than any storm, and it's giving us understanding of how to navigate the storm. It's giving us clear signals of when to move, when to stop, when to turn, when to rest. We are activating a system that is working with a lot of precision now. So perhaps you haven't noticed or you're not recognizing the light in you, but it's strong now and it's illuminating this storm that is happening around. The big ones and all the little ones, because it's not just one going on. There are many. There are many situations for you to focus, to look, and to collect information from. And to make you realize how much you are changing and the people around you. We are seeing it. We kind of read light and thoughts and what your heart says through frequencies. And we know where you are at through this transition. And we can tell you that if things continue going the way that are going, it will happen right on time. So now together, let's breathe in and exhale. Breathe in, exhale. One more time, take a deep breath. And slowly exhale. Notice the field of light in front of you. Step inside. Walk through it and find your perfect spot. Feel the energies around and allow those flows of energy to direct you to your perfect spot. Find that very center where you feel that everything turns around you. When you feel yourself connected, equally connected to the right and the left, equally connected to the front and back. Find that perfect spot where the pulling from all sources and all places are equal, to the point that there is no need for you to show any strength. And when you reach that point, take a deep breath and exhale. This is what we want you to start practicing today. Finding that place where you feel that all the pulling around you balances off. And because the pulling from the left and the right is equally on that spot, you don't need to make any movement. You don't need to use your strength. And when the pulling from back and front is also balanced, the energies around you is what creates that centered in you. And if you feel that you are being moved in one direction more than the other one, adjust your spot. But this is what we want you to incorporate in your meditations, finding that spot where everything that is pulling you is actually making you still. And when you are there, open your spiritual arms and take a deep breath and claim your place. If you must, stomp on it 3 times, claiming that as your sacred place. And from the spot, relax your body. Bring awareness to your feet and activate your roots. From that spot, feel your connection with Earth's heart. And now align Earth's heartbeat. Feel the pulsing. Feel it on your feet. And understand that through your roots, life force energy is ascending. And you are in perfect alignment with that pulsing. Your body aligns with that pulsing. Your whole body now aligns with the pulsing. Life force energy enters your body, opens all your energetic centers, cleans and purify all your energetic centers, feeds all your energetic centers, and all your energetic centers align with that pulsing. We are all connected. We are all aligning ourselves with that same pulsing. So of course, our pulsing are in harmony. Our energetic centers are all open, vibrating with the same frequencies. And because we have the same frequency, the same sound, the same speed, we are recognizing each other. And love as a magnetic force is interconnecting us. All of us in this group and our spiritual family, we are interconnected, pulsing at the same time. And we feel the pulling from these inner connections. We feel the strength from the inner connections. We feel that we are not lonely ever, that we are not weak ever, that we are not vulnerable ever because of the connection. Because if one of us falls, the love from the connection will heal you and bring you back stronger. We don't turn around and leave. We support each other. Because now we feel that we are part of this web. We are never alone. We are always connected to this web. And this web extends into the infinite. It's just that we can only see for now what we see. But the web extends. And at the moments of weakness, confusion, you remember this moment of connection where your brothers and sisters are by your side. If you fall, we pick you up. If you feel confused, we'll send wisdom your way. If you need love, well, there is all the love from the web coming your way. The web balances itself, sharing what is needed, where is needed, when is needed. If at some point the web becomes weak, at some place the web becomes weak, the rest of the web will notice it and send healing light to that place. So if you feel ill, weak, lost, the web is feeling you, is reading you, is feeling what you are feeling. And from the stronger places in the web, healing light will be sent your way. Can you feel it right now? Can you feel it? Same thing with you, sending light and courage to the ones in need. You are connected with them. Send courage, send love, send light. Focus on where is light needed and direct your light towards that place. Send healing to that part of the web that is in need of healing right now. Today we want you to experience what it feels, the strength that comes to you, the moment that you understand that you are a unique part of that web, that you are honored, respected, appreciated from being part of it. All of us are. The web never breaks, and it's impossible to exist disconnected from that web. You may not know it, sometimes you forget, but that doesn't mean that you are disconnected. So we want you today to count on that connection for what you need, and also to be responsible for that connection, to give what is needed. Today we want to expand your understanding and see and appreciate your uniqueness and how your uniqueness is a pillar on that web. And everyone else in that web is counting on you being you, because there is no one else in that web that is like you. We are all unique. So wake up to understand your divinity, and to understand that your divinity is one with the divinity of all of us. Step strong into your spot, and from there expand. Go in any direction. The directions are multidimensional. It's not just the regular web that you understand in 3D. It's multidimensional. So take any direction that you are drawn to. Know the meaning of this web that you are a part of. Take a deep breath. Exhale. We can read that there is a little bit of confusion still, but the seed is planted. You have that kind of inner knowing now activated, that there is a connection, that you are connected. You had a sense of what we were trying to share. And we are going to work on this web, telling you more explaining more of how this web works and how the web can lift you. Everything in that web, each connection is God's consciousness. Is everything that exists, everything that have existed and everything that will exist. Well, welcome with your awareness now of the web. You've been always connected, but now you have the awareness and the feeling. So welcome. Thank you for opening your eyes and see it and accept it as a part of your truth. We love you. The web is love. That's what keeps everything together. That's the pulling. Love. Love is all it is. And when we feel the web gets weaker, what we send is love. Loving wisdom that understands what is most needed. Loving light to strengthen the connection and heal the parts of the web that are in need of healing. That's how reality works. And now you see yourself as a part of it, and for that, we are joyful. So bring your hands to your heart. Take it all in. Feel all the love. And when you feel ready, open your eyes.